in this video, you guys. We're going to be breaking down the Phoenix Suns win last night over the Los Angeles Clippers, where Chris Paul finally gets to his first finals appearance in 16 seasons in the NBA. Super happy for this guy, man. He's been grinding, had a long career already. Pretty sure he's been in the league for pretty much the same amount of time as LeBron. Maybe came in the league like 1 year after LeBron. Um, Been on a lot of good teams. Been on a lot of good teams throughout the years. Obviously, was with the Hornets to start off his career. Went to the Clippers for a while. Played in Houston for a while, OKC, and then he's come around to Phoenix Suns here. They make the playoffs for the first time in 10 years, and Chris Paul leads them all the way on a championship run here to the finals. Gonna have a wonderful opportunity to win the chip this year. Obviously, with the injuries out in the Eastern Conference to Giannis and Trae Young, it's going to be a little iffy to figure out what's going to happen there in that series. Not too sure who's going to be able to pull that one out yet. Obviously, with the two injuries to the two stars there, so we're going to have to see what happens with that, you guys. But nonetheless, the Suns take the series here by a score of 4-2. Really good game last night, you guys. Chris Paul went off in the second half. 31 points in the second half, 41 points total for the whole game. Added on 4 boards, 8 assists, as well as 3 steals on top of that. Absolute clutch performance from the guy. Was just banging in dagger 3 balls and dagger little jump shots from inside the line in the fourth quarter there. Was just leading his team to the victory late in the game. It was pretty close game throughout the entire game until late in the third, early fourth quarter, where Phoenix started to run with it. And you could just see the hope kind of start to dwindle with the Los Angeles Clippers there. Their stars really didn't have that great of a night. Obviously, Kawhi was out, didn't play again. That hampered them a lot this series. To be honest, you guys, if Kawhi was there and they didn't have Serge Ibaka the whole playoffs, which I think was a massive loss for them just because he's a wonderful center. He can stretch the floor a little bit. He can bang home some 3 balls. He's got soft hands around the rim. Plays really good defense. He's a block machine. So I think that really hampered them a lot. Zubac is a nice center, but he just doesn't quite have the skill set that Serge Ibaka has. So I think that really hindered their chances this playoff run. And not to mention, obviously, Kawhi going out in the second round obviously hurt their chances as well. I think even with Kawhi healthy and ready to go, I think they would have been able to take Phoenix here. They almost took Phoenix already without him and without Serge Ibaka. So credit to the Clippers, man. They fought real hard this whole series. Reggie Jackson was phenomenal this playoffs, man. Didn't have too great of a game 6 there. He only had 13 points, 4 boards, and 8 assists to go with 2 steals. Shot 4 of 12 field goal percentage. So not a great shooting percentage, only shooting 4 of 12 from the field, but had outstanding playoffs all around, man. Reggie Jackson, this guy's got heart, man. This guy's got heart. I mean, I'd want him on my team. I'll tell you that right now. That's what you've seen from this guy. He's a heart and hustle guy. He can bang in some shots too. The guy can create his own shot. I was actually super impressed with Reggie Jackson this playoffs. You always knew he's kind of had that good stroke to his game. Always had that good ISO ball game to his game there, where he can really take the one-on-one matchups, kind of create his own shot for himself. You've always seen that wherever he's been, but he's just never really been on a really high-quality team before. This has been his first action that you've really seen him make a deep playoff run. And I thought Reggie Jackson was outstanding. I think he's one of the bigger reasons, as well as with PG-13 there, as to the reason they were even able to make it this far. Paul George had another rough shooting night as well. 21 points, 9 boards, and 2 assists, but only shot 6 of 15 from the field. Didn't really take that many shots, to be honest. Only 15 shots in the elimination game 6. You would have expected him to maybe be in the 20-plus range. Just start firing it up to see what happens. But nonetheless, unfortunate for the Clippers. Weren't able to hang on there for the victory at the end. The Suns ran away with it pretty good in the fourth quarter. Devin Booker had an off shooting night, shot 10 of 26 from the field. Still was able to bang in 22 points, though, as well as 7 boards. 4 assists, and then chip in on the defensive end with a steal and a block. DeAndre Ayton was an absolute beast again for you on the boards, grabbing 17 boards to go with his 16 points and an assist, as well as 2 blocks in that game. I think that was one of the biggest reasons throughout this series why the Suns were able to hang on, is having that big man DeAndre Ayton for them there. He was getting a lot of offensive boards, really good on the defensive end as well, just being able to close out to the 3-point line. defending really well. They really had nobody that could match up with them that well. I mean, Zubac was doing okay, but like I said, he just didn't have quite the skill set to be able to match up properly with DeAndre Ayton. I believe, like I said, if Serge Ibaka was in there, I think that matchup would have been a lot more even, because Serge is in my opinion, one of the better big men in the game. Unfortunate that he had the back injury there, wasn't able to go. Same with Kawhi with the knee, wasn't able to go. So going to be interesting to see what happens for the Clippers this offseason. I believe Kawhi's up for a new contract here, so we'll see if he re-signs with the Clippers or what he decides to do there. It's going to be an interesting offseason, to say the least, you guys. And then obviously the Suns going to their first finals since the 90s. This is big time. This is Chris Paul's best chance, probably the only chance he's ever going to get out of finals. I just don't see it happening again. I think, at least for what I've seen this year, guys, it really lined up for the Phoenix Suns and Chris Paul this year, obviously with LeBron and AD kind of being injured, and they were able to handle them pretty easily in the first round. Then you get the Clippers in the conference final, and Kawhi's out, so that obviously adds to the benefit for the Suns. And then in that second round, when you go against the Nuggets and the Joker there, Jamal Murray was out with his torn ACL, so that kind of hampered them a little bit as well. So they've got a few nice lucky breaks here. The Suns have, seems like it's their year to take it. Obviously, in the Eastern Conference here, we're looking at Milwaukee maybe taking it this year, and then Giannis went down, so who knows what's going to happen with that series now. Trae Young's down as well, so it's looking like it's Phoenix's year, man, barring no injuries or anything happening in the finals. Pretty exciting, though, you guys. Happy for Chris Paul, man. The guy's been grinding his whole career, just trying to make it to one. Really hope he can come through and get the dub in the finals there, take home a championship. I mean, this championship will definitely solidify him as a top 4 point guard of all time. Just an outstanding talent, great team player. Great playmaker, just an absolute floor general all around. And kudos to him, man. Happy that he's making the finals. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think of the Suns making the NBA finals. Pretty crazy too, guys. I don't think anyone's ever made an NBA finals in the history of the league after missing 10 straight years of a postseason. Like, the Suns have not been there in 10 years. And the first time they get back, they go right to the finals. So that just goes to show you the skill and the will and the work effort of this team, and what Chris Paul and Monty Williams, their coach, has really brought to this team. And they just got that tenacious fight to them, man. They never give up. They stay poised. They're all about ball movement and defense, pressing the ball up the floor, quick pace to their game. Can bang home the three balls pretty nice. Can really work it in the paint. DeAndre Ayton's a beast. So I really like this team, man. I like the way they're constructed and put together. They kind of remind me a lot of the Raptors when we went on our championship run. A lot of the same pieces. Kyle Lowry's kind of similar to Chris Paul. Kawhi Leonard's kind of similar to Devin Booker with the shot-making ability. Lots of good role players around the team. We had Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol, kind of similar to Ayton. So very similar contrast. Small market team as well, not one of the main cities. Obviously, being in Phoenix, it's not like it's in LA or a Boston or Miami or anything like that. So I'm super happy for the Suns, man. I hope they win the finals here. I'm hoping Milwaukee makes it over Atlanta. We'll have to see what happens in that series. It's going to be interesting to see with Giannis and Trae Young out, to see how this thing kind of plays out. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below of the Suns-Clippers series, and who do you think the Suns are going to be facing off in the NBA Finals. Really curious to get your guys' opinion on that. And once again, you guys, really appreciate all the support and you guys watching all the videos on this channel. Please feel free to like or subscribe to the channel if you so choose. And once again, you guys, this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat signing off.